Hello, today we are going to talk about intercultural experiences. And I think intercultural experiences means pertaining to or taking place between two or more cultures. In America, you can now see a lot of different cultures all around you, and you can also tell them apart. When I'm friends with someone who is from a different culture, I tend to ask a lot of questions because I want to know things about them and their culture, and I find it very interesting. And nowadays, being in high school and college, you tend to see a lot more cultures because they're moving to America. And then my friend invited me to go to a family gathering with her and her boyfriend. I was a little reluctant to go because her boyfriend is Chinese, and I was afraid I wouldn't have anything in common with them. But as the time went on, I thought about it and I decided to go. I thought it'd be different. So I'm going to tell you my experience. Um, there is obviously a difference in our nationality since I am American. There is also difference in my religion and his religion. I'm a Christian and they are Buddhists. And their language is Chinese, though they speak English like with me or other Americans. The foods that they have prepared are mostly salted meals, and they also have some forms of rice pudding, which would be their dessert. And in their homes, I like the way that they had incense in like one corner of their house, which I thought smelled so good. And then they say that burning incense is um, considered to be like the most popular way to get rid of negative energy in a house and bring positive vibes. And I also have a picture of the incense, which I know a lot of people probably have seen them. But there's different ways you can have them in like a pot, or you can have them on a little table thing to burn. And then I also found a very small altar where they had some laminated pictures of their kin that were displayed in front of their food, though the meals were offered to them. And then I found that the most shocking part of the gathering in their conversation it's called Feng Shi, which literally interprets each and every position of people and things with certain energy, such as bad luck or good luck. And according to Matt, which is my friend's boyfriend, Feng Shi refers to a historic Chinese system of philosophy that interprets the law of Chinese astronomy, which is their heaven and earth, to aid the people in improving their lives with the utilization of positive energies and forces called Qi. And then on one of the walls there was a painting with a Chinese character, and it symbolizes lasting prosperity. The host of the party said that it was called the place in their living room to instill the fortune in their house. It is also obvious that the most part of the house furniture and their fixtures are arranged according to the ancient Chinese philosophy. One of the guests seems to adapt with Feng Shi, and so I talked to him, thought I'd get some culture out of him. And like I said, I like to ask a lot of questions if you're from a different culture. So he explained the goal of Feng Shi. It is to harmonize the people with their environment. He furthered that the placement of the head of the fish is crucial because it shows how money and profit would flow towards the house. And then in my own time, I did some research on the Chinese culture, and I found it fascinating. So I thought I'd decide to share some with you. And as I told you, Matt's religion is Buddhism, and they say that Buddhism is the most popular religion in China. And there are also three different forms, which are Han Dynasty, Jin, and Xin and Tang Dynasty. And something that I also found kind of cool was their Chinese food and their drinks. The Chinese tea is regarded as an exquisite art form that requires sampling. It has become one of the most national drinks and one of the three soft drinks in the world. China is regarded proudly as the hometown of tea, which serving tea it requires three things: a teacup, a pot, and a saucer. And then I think that every day, no matter where you are or where you go, you end up having an intercultural experience all the time. And learning more about different cultures, you can then learn a little more about that person.